Everybody, it's Jessica. Welcome back for another mostly planner sticker haul, but I'm going to show a few other things here. This is probably going to be for like April, May, June. I don't shop as much in the summer months because I work in education and I don't get a paycheck in the summer months. So like June is my last paycheck and then like we go into a little bit of a drop for a little bit. Everything's fine. It's just my extraneous purchase budget goes down. But I thought I'd start off by showing a few more bracelets I made. I showed a bunch of these for Hayley Williams in my last haul. So let's show those first. So the first one that I made, I got some new cord. So I was experimenting with like this silvery cord. I got this like in a multi-pack from Michaels. But the first one that I made was Following a Whim. So I had to get kind of creative with my filler beads that weren't letters in order to make this work. But that is that one. And then I made this one for Parachute. So it says Parachute. And then I was debating whether to do Watch Me Fall or Watch Me Fly. But I went with Watch Me Fly because I feel like that's the message to take away. I didn't space those words out, obviously, but I think it looks nice anyway. And then I went back and redid this one. This was my Welcome to the Black Parade for My Chemical Romance bracelet. And originally, I just had some extra space over here on the cord. So it still says Welcome to the Black Parade, but then I just added this little MCR over here because I had the letters, because I got more letter beads, and that just makes it a little bit more complete of a bracelet. So that's that. Just wanted to show those. Then we have an order from Planner Pixie Co., who I don't regularly purchase from. I don't really like that most of her kits are AI art at this point, but she was having a sale and there are a few things from her shop that I do like. So I buy those and try to kind of vote with my dollar for what I want to see, but I can't control what shops do and I can't control what other people buy and like. So all I can control is what I buy. So that's that. I just decided to pick up a couple of things that I can use from this shop. I really like having monthly kits, and I really do like her monthly kits. I like the price point, and I like the ones that where she uses art from the artists in the community. I just don't like the AI ones, because even if it wasn't AI art, like I don't like that look anyway. I don't really, I mean, sorry if you like it and you're watching those. I don't understand what the appeal is. I don't think it looks very good. I think it looks fake, but that's just me. There is the April freebie in here. I think this is some sort of like copper hollow. It says you are beautiful, strong, worthy, loved. And then this is a separate box that says gorgeous mess. So I have this like poolside monthly kit, and I will say the sticker paper that she uses now is a little bit upgraded from the last time that I bought from her. So I get I think this is her matte paper. Yeah, I go for the matte paper, and before it was kind of just like a thick matte. This is a little bit more like buttery, so that's nice. Let me make sure this is in frame. Yeah. You get the decorative sidebar sticker, which is nice, and then the functional sidebar, and then this is like the main part of the kit and the square boxes. I really like this pattern. That's fun. I think this is Stick with the There's two different people. There's Stick with the Plan Co. and there's Stick to the Plan, who's an artist. I think I might have those reversed. Let me know which one's which, because I get confused. But I think this is whichever one it is who's the artist. This is their art, I'm pretty sure. I think. I don't think this is Dinda. I have a hard time remembering sometimes, sorry. So there's that part of the kit. There's this. I love these labels. I love this pattern. That's great. And then the full boxes and the little things. So yeah, I really like Planner Pixie Co.'s monthly kits. I just don't like that there's not a lot of options for art for them. But yeah, like normally this is priced at $11, and that includes 3 sheets and both sidebars, which I think is a pretty good deal. It's just I've kind of run out of ones from her that I'm willing to purchase that I actually like. So this was like the last one, I think. There might be like one or two other ones, but I don't know when I'm going to use them. So anyway, got that. And then the other thing that I do really like her foil options. I think she offers great foil options. And I wanted to make sure, especially because she was running a sale anyway, that I got the passport underlays in gold. I have 2 of these left over from an old travel week, or from a travel week that's already passed anyway. But I wanted to make sure to get her version of these because I think these are upside down. I forget. Linner Designs and Planner Pixie Co. put their label over on this side. Everyone else, I feel like, does it over here or at the top. So that's kind of funny. But these passport stamps include Croatia, and I'm really, really trying to get to Croatia soon-ish, so I wanted to make sure that I had these. Like I said, I had 2 of these left over from the last time I used this underlay, but I wanted to make sure that I had enough to get through a full week. Then there's this postcard. I'm going to destash this. I don't particularly care for this. So that'll actually probably go into my junk journal bag to bring to the next meetup. But yeah, that's everything from Planner Pixie Co. I do think she does a great job on foil. Like, her foil is very high quality, and she used to do like a lot of custom options, but I think she probably decided to dial that back because that does seem like a lot of work. But yeah, her foil always is great. I just don't really order weekly kits from her. She has a couple that I like. And then monthly kits have really been what I've been using from her kit-wise, but I'm just running out of options that I like. So yeah, that is everything from Planner Pixie Co. And then I have some printable kits. So Linner Designs has just released a bunch of printable and physical kits recently. I just decided to go with the printable option because I've finally gotten my silhouette to cooperate with me. So that's what you're going to see here. So any errors with cutting are on me, and anything with print quality is because I don't have the same printer as a shop does necessarily. I have a pretty good printer. Sometimes I feel like it could print crisper, but that might just be the limitation of the printer. I have an Epson printer. It is the EcoTank ET2803, and we recently refilled the ink. What the EcoTank means is that you don't have cartridges, which if you've ever had a printer with cartridges, like, you burn through those really quickly. We have been using this printer. I have an actual date from it because I had to print out a test sheet, and it like keeps track of like the first day it like was alive on this planet, I guess. And you asked it to print something, and it was May 2022. So we've had it for 4 years now. We've used it a ton. I've printed so many photos. I've printed lots of kits. I've printed lots of other stuff. And we only had to refill the black ink tank this year, 2026. So that's kind of incredible that first of all, it only needed black ink. Like, the color inks are still fine. And we haven't had to refill it in like 4 years. So love it for that. And then also love that you don't have to, because ink cartridges obviously are, a lot of plastic and stuff, and you can take them to get recycled or refilled or whatever. But like, anytime I've had a printer that had cartridges, I feel like the ink just constantly runs out. So to not have to change the printer ink for 4 years is kind of incredible. Anyway, that's my little side tangent if you want to know what printer I use. I bought 3 Linner Designs printables in this last batch of releases. I don't have the third one to show. I need to restock my paper. But I do want to make sure that I show these ones because I'm going to use these sooner. The third one that I bought was Boho Bungalow, and I'm not sure exactly when I'm going to use that just yet. So anyway, in May, I think I'm going to use Hey Now. This is like the Hilary Duff kit. I'm not seeing Hilary Duff. I'm not particularly interested in that. But I thought this would match really well for a different concert that I went to. So I just printed 6 sheets from these kits. I think I can get through a whole week with just these sheets, and then if I need extras, then I'll print extras when it comes around to it. But yeah, here's the full boxes. I think Lynn brought in, wasn't this like Clip Art Kits did like an Italy set and then added like the stuff from the Lizzie McGuire movie, which iconic movie. And then so she added that as like an add-on to the Italy kit, I think, or it was the other way around, can't remember. And then I think Lynn brought in things from Kitnish Jess's I'm a Fake to like round everything out. So I'm pretty sure Lynn was the only person I saw. Yeah, these are more from Kitnish Jess's art, I'm pretty sure. I think Lynn was the only person I saw doing like specifically the concert, like Hilary Duff kit. So that's kind of fun. But yeah, I thought this would work really well for Hayley Williams, especially like this highlighter yellow color. So I might not use the Lizzie McGuire boxes, but I feel like this color scheme fits really well for Hayley Williams. So like I said, I printed like pages 1, 3, and 4 of the main kit. So you're not seeing like the extra boxes, but not the extra boxes, but like all the square boxes and square labels. I'm pretty sure I should be able to get through a week with just this stuff though. So that's Hey Now by Leonard Designs, but print and cut by me. And then the other one that I absolutely had to get was Emo Night. So this was clip art kits, but then also brought in some Kittenish Jess elements from her I'm a Fake art set. This is Dinda's palettes, and I mean, I saw it in My Chemical Romance last year, the Black Parade tour, or the Long Live the Black Parade tour, and then we're seeing them again later this year. So needed to get this, and I think this is going to really match where we are seeing them as well. So that's fun. But yeah, I haven't seen a whole lot of people use this art either. So when Lynn released it, I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and get that. So yeah, I love that there's like this dark green. This dark green is like one of my favorite colors. So yeah, I was not originally an emo kid. All the dust you're seeing is just like what my silhouette has kicked up. So it shows up the most on like dark colors. I was not really an emo kid, but I feel like I'm an emo adult. So yeah, love all the deco in this. I think it's wonderful. Love the colors in this. And then again, I only printed 6 sheets from this. Oh, she redid her weekend banner, I realized. Yeah, so this was like from the latest round of new releases, so she has changed her weekend banner recently. So that's interesting. And then we got glitter headers, little things and labels. And then this sheet here. So yeah, that's, oh, and then the little things. I love a little thing, don't you? I like that she provides like the skinnier ones and then kind of the thicker ones as well. I like that for this. So yeah, that's everything I got from Leonard Designs that I have printed and cut so far. Again, I also got Boho Bungalow. That set is adorable and I think it's exclusive to her shop, but I just don't know exactly when I'm going to use it. Probably like late summer, early fall, but I don't know exactly when, and I am out of paper. Well, I have 2 sheets of paper, but that's not going to help me print a full kit yet. So if I print that soon, I'll show it in this haul, but if not, you'll see it in a future haul. But that's everything for now. So next we have an order from Oh Hey Cat Buns, which is someone who I've ordered from before, but it has been a while. And I love seeing her post at craft shows and things when she sets up there. She's on like the total opposite side of the country as me, so I cannot go to those craft shows, but I can order from her Etsy. And she chooses to wrap things in tissue paper. I decided not to open this yet until I filmed this. Oh, how cute. So I believe her name's Kat. She draws all of these characters, so I love that. And as a double calico guardian, I love this image right here. The very tempting white belly. I just want to pet it. And there's a note here. Oh yeah, her name's Katarina. Oh, thank you. Yes, so I'll definitely be saving this, not only because of this adorable calico, but also because of the note on the back. Oh, how cute. Okay, so I ordered a bunch of calico stuff, but then it looks like there's a freebie in here as well. So let's go ahead and pop this open. Yeah, like I said, I've ordered from the shop before. It's been a little while. She doesn't do a ton of new releases, but that's totally fine. But there was one kit in particular that I've really been wanting to get. And then there's a lot of like her icons or like characters that I wanted as well. So I didn't order this die cut, but I definitely had my eye on it. Like I said, I have 2 calicos, so anything calico is is very much me. So it's just a calico with reading glasses and a book, and it says you're awesome. I would buy a sheet of these as well. Like if it was formatted into this, like I would love to use these for reading. So this is a really like sturdy kind of weatherproof sticker. So I could put that on my water bottle. I'm very hesitant with what stickers I put on my water bottle because like if they are not like waterproof, which this one feels like it is, they get wrecked obviously, but this is so adorable. But yeah, I would totally use a sticker sheet of these if you are watching Katerina. So there's that. I'm gonna like collect all my little calico things over here. I got these kind of like emoticon cat stickers. This one in particular reminds me of Clover. Clover is my younger cat. She's about 3 now, and she, oh my god, she is the most skeptical little queen. So I love this one. I feel like this looks like her. There's a happy one, a kind of neutral face one, kind of like eyes furrowed. That's also Clover. Clover's a very like happy-go-lucky little cat, but like when she gets annoyed, she is so annoyed, and it's so funny. Kind of like eyes closed, and then kind of another version of that. So these are really cute. These are on like a matte vinyl, so they're really nice. These are a newer sticker of hers. I thought these were gorgeous. These are weather cat stickers, so like they're different seasons but cat form. So there's like a cloud, a rain cloud, the sun. I love that so much. It's like almost like a lion. And then the thunderstorm is a grumpy cat cloud. I mean, these are adorable. They're kind of big, but like I love it. I love these. These are just so cute. Then I got Reading Kitty. These are ones that would definitely, especially these ones, I'd probably use like in the sidebar instead of like on a daily situation, but just got a white cat on an open book, and then a currently reading where you can fill in what you are reading. All of these would be great journaling stickers as well. But all of these also are things that like, I don't mind marking it bigger in my planner. Like if they were a little smaller, that would be great too. But at the same time, like when I'm marking a birthday, usually it's somebody important to me. So like I would mark it pretty big. So we got Birthday Kitty. I think there's different colorways for this one. I think I got the pastel one. So there's pink, orange, yellow, light green, blue, and purple. I think there's also like a bold and then a neutral, I think. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, I thought the pastel would be the best for my purposes. Got Laundry Day. These are kind of big. I don't usually mark laundry this big, but I was out of laundry stickers, and these are so, so cute. And I love supporting shops who actually draw their characters. So I just got a cat sitting on the laundry. We got Vet Visit with a grumpy cat in the carrying case. This is definitely, I mean, whose cat likes going to the vet? I think nobody. I had one dog growing up who loved going to the vet because any attention was good attention, even negative attention. The other dog was smarter and was like, I hate the vet, and tried to bite the vet. And she was the more manageable dog. That's the thing. She was the more like well-trained, well-bred dog who had manners, but she hated the vet. And then our like shelter, ill-mannered dog, like he was the one who loved going to the vet. Very weird. Anyway, both my cats hate the vet. And then I got the Watching Kitty, so television stickers. These come in a bunch of different colors. I decided to get blue because that was a color I felt like was missing from like my collection. So it's just a bunch of cat heads poking behind the TV, and then cat with popcorn. So these are pretty small. These are pretty manageable for like a daily planner. And then we've got a kit. So yeah, this is also on weatherproof mat, or what is it called? I think this is the paper that I buy when I do my printables too. It feels like it. I think it's called weatherproof matte, but it's just like we colloquially call it like a matte vinyl in the planner community. And this is Sweetheart Kitty's mini kit, and this is basically like a, well, it says here, the catisserie. So it's patisserie or like a cafe, like a French cafe, but with cats. I mean, what more can you want? So we got this orange guy in like his, like, I don't even know, suit. We got the baker, and I didn't notice it. There's lots of like little Easter eggs in this art that I love. There's a little paw like coming, sneaking over, trying to grab something off the counter. There's this cat sleeping in the flower bed and another cat being grouchy about it for some reason. There's this Siamese guy in a top hat with a croissant, like a tart and a little cucumber sandwich. And then these two are on a date, okay? And then we got the calico girl, and then we got the calico and the Siamese holding paws. Wouldn't this be like a cute like Valentine's Day kit? I might save it for that. And we got like the afternoon tea situation, the I love you cake, and then a little kitty is sitting in a saucer or in a teacup. And then there's 3 labels here. I haven't used one of these styles of kit in a while. I know she has made some changes recently to make them a little bit more functional, but I do love these cat boxes where like it's like cut out to have the cat head. So there's a bunch of labels and half boxes. There's some headers, some checklists, and flags with a little cat poking their head over the top. The croissants in this are like so cute. I love that. And then you've got like a to-do full box, a weekly checklist, which I definitely use these, and a regular checklist, and then some more labels and half boxes and like plain headers, and then your date covers. Is this in camera? Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. And then there's actually like 2 blank ones here too, so that's interesting. You could like use those as labels as well. And then you've got the washi, which is kind of like this, I don't know if you'd call this argyle or just diamonds. So it looks like there's like that thick washi, and then this is like a thinner washi. So this is all one strip. So you could use whichever one you like. I think I got the 6-page kit. There's also like different iterations of this kit depending on like which cats you want in your full boxes. So that's fun. So the washi, some more headers, some habit trackers, and then some pattern headers, which I think I might use those. Oh, and I forgot about the deco. So this could be fun as like a journaling kit too. Like you don't necessarily have to add this to like a standard weekly or standard vertical weekly kit. So I really love the cats in this. Like the art is just so cute. So this isn't necessarily deco I would use like in a vertical planner, but like I wanted these kitties, especially the calico and the Siamese. We've got some pastry bags, very cute. The croissants. And then we've got some icons and some functional bits, some functional like characters you could use to like mark cleaning and laundry and birthday and all that type of stuff. You got some date numbers that are kiss cut. We've got some cat head shapes that you could use to mark things, and then finally some more labels. So yeah, definitely a different style of kit, but like the art is just so darling that like I needed to get it. And I believe she just debuted like a new kit recently as well. So yeah, I love it. I mean, it's a cat themed shop and the artist draws, so have to support it. So if you were looking for new characters or slightly different characters, this is one to check out, especially if you like animals. And I'm really, really loving my little freebies because they're my calico queens. Okay, I'm such a nerd for my cats. I'm sorry. All right, so I thought I'd show a couple of other things that I've picked up in June in this haul. So we'll just start going left to right. So I do have some stickers. Probably won't use these in my planner, but you never know. So we went to a listening party at our local record store for the new Death Cab for Cutie album. And this is the album art, if you're curious. And so I got a poster of this as a freebie with buying the album, and then the sticker sheet as well, which is really cool. So even this, I like this font they're using for this album. Even this is a sticker, and then, like I said, this is the album cover, and then all of these are pieces from the album art once you open up the record. So love that. I don't know where I'm going to stick these. Like my water bottle's full. I don't have really anywhere else to stick these, but I think it's a really nice touch, and the artwork for this album is lovely. I do really like it a lot. Then I have my voting stickers. So I got mailed. So we're a permanent vote by mail in California. You can vote in person, but like if you're registered to vote, you automatically get mailed a ballot to return. So we finally have like region specific stickers in Sacramento County. Is this like my favorite design? Have I seen much better designs in other states? Yeah, including I think Michigan, like they have people submit art and people vote on which one it should be, and I've seen some really funny ones, so, and some really nice ones as well. So yeah, this is the one I automatically get. I might put that in my planner. And then I turned in my ballot, or I finished voting like 2 days before the election, so I felt more comfortable dropping it off at a vote center. We live in the middle of the city, so there's several options for that, so it's pretty easy. So they gave me another sticker, and they had a bunch of these in lots of different languages as well. So we'll probably put those in the planner. And then from our little vacation up to Redwoods National Park, of course, I've got my maps. Always a good idea to grab some of these. And I think usually like the official national park map I keep as it is, because like most of the time this is not going to change. This is like the visitor guide that's usually a little bit more seasonal. So this I might cut up for my junk journal, whereas this I'll probably just put in storage for when we probably visit up there again. I'm trying to get through all of the different California national parks. I feel like multiple people I know have visited Channel Islands recently, but they live in Southern California, so that's like more of a day trip. For us, that is like a trip at this point. So I still need to visit Channel Islands, Pinnacles, and Death Valley, I think is the one I forgot to mention the last time I talked about this. Death Valley, not high on the priority list. I do, in that same area is like an area dedicated to what this country did during Japanese internment, which was awful, so I would want to like honor that, but I don't know, you've got to be careful what time of year you go out to that part of California, which is why it's horrible that we intern people there. Anyway, sorry to bring the vibe down, but that's just the truth. There are a bunch of people who want to ignore that happened, and I will not allow it. So anyway, those are my national parks maps. I like to pick those up for safety and knowledge of the park, and then also keep them afterwards as a little memento. And this, I ended up taking this from our Airbnb. Hopefully that was okay. It's a little alpaca shaped soap. And I believe this is because this is the same name as the Airbnb host. If you ever want an idea for like a tiny space to stay in, like not tiny, but like it is a tiny house, to stay in near Redwoods National Park, let me know. I'll send you the link. But this is like an oat soap with goat milk and all other sorts of things. So I don't know. I think it was okay to take this. I thought it was cute. I wanted to put it in my bathroom. So, and I'm assuming it was supposed to be used while we were in the Airbnb, but like I took it home with me. And then I like to get a national parks magnet. So the gift shop that we stopped at, it was the Cuchel Visitor Center, and it is run by the Redwood Parks Conservancy. So they produce these, and it says, let's see. Yeah, this is made by Eagle River Designs in Moab, Utah. So I really liked this particular design. So the Redwood National Park, parts of it are also California state parks. Like it's a huge area, and so there's a lot to manage. So it's kind of broken up into different areas. But this is like that matte, like buttery matte texture. Oh, and then it says over here, copyright Eagle River Designs. So that's really nice. That's gonna go in the fridge. And then before we drove up to McKinleyville and Redwood National Park, we stopped in Willits, which was about like a halfway point. I would definitely recommend it as a stop along Highway 101. A few days after we left there, though, there was an earthquake that was the same day that the Venezuelan earthquakes happened, the same day the Japan earthquake happened, all of that. Luckily, it doesn't seem like in Willits or the Redwood Valley around there anybody was hurt. There was just a lot of property damage, things falling off of shelves and cracks in walls and things like that. So thankfully nobody was hurt, but like that is something that can happen in that area. So but yeah, Willits is a lovely little town to stop in. One place that we stopped was a bookstore. It wasn't really the plan. We were planning to go to the cafe next door to there, which was very nice, but I saw a bookstore and I'm like, I have to stop in. So this is from the Book Juggler in Willits, California. And it is a redwood forest washi tape from Coyote Brush Studios. I should look up both of these designers and see if they have like online stores too. So I didn't see any banana slugs when we were in the national park, but I guess they are there. They're also famously in the Santa Cruz Redwoods as well, because the banana slug is UC Santa Cruz's mascot, if you don't know, which is such a UC Santa Cruz thing. And like, where are the banana slugs? And then I noticed after I brought this home that it has lots of clovers. There's lots of wild clover in the forest, and then ferns as well. But my second cat's name is Clover, so I love having things with clover. So yeah, I've got a few cute nature-inspired designs from small businesses, and I'm very happy to have these things in my home. I think I'm going to put some of this washi in my planner for like the June cover page, because I have a photo printed. I'm finally catching up on my photo pages. I want to peel off this price tag because I can't read what this is supposed to say. But yeah, oh yeah, you can go to coyotebrushstudios.com. There were other washies that I really liked too. There was like a wildflower one, and then I forget what another one. I almost picked up like all three, but I guess I could go online and maybe pick them up there. So yeah, that's everything I got in the last month on the various cultural excursions we went on. Alrighty, so the last thing I'm going to show in this haul is my latest order from Cafe with Anna. It's been a while since I've ordered from Anna, just because when I was ready to order, she wasn't open at certain times, and then like when she was open, I wasn't ready to order. It was a whole two ships in the night passing type of situation. So anyway, have a nice order from her today. And a lot of these you might not see in my planner for a while, not because I don't absolutely love them, but because they fit more like either later this year or like maybe even into the next year. But I wanted to make sure that I finally got these kits. So I got 5 mini kits, so I haven't taken them out of the packages yet. So I'm excited to see what's in here. Ooh, and there's a journaling card as well. So the first kit that I got, oh yeah, and I forgot there's an extra tall box as well. And then the journaling card with my order matches this kit, which is fantastic. Ooh, it's always so hard with these journaling cards because I like love this side of it, but then I always love the pattern of this as well. And so I don't want to like paste it into anything, but then I know you can like, well, first of all, I think I have some coil clips still in my collection somewhere that I never ended up using. And then also you can, I forget what they call it, not a Dutch door, with bullet journaling, where you like tape it in, or maybe just call it a tape in. Basically, if you don't know this, what you can do is put like a washi tape on this side with it overhanging, and then on the other side with it overhanging, making sure that they don't touch each other, like stick together, and then you tape that in to there, if that makes sense. Anyway. So I might do that with that, because when I have these types of cards that have stuff on both sides, like I want to see both things. Anyway, the first kit that I got is Black and Proud, and this is an overlap between Juneteenth as well as Pride Month, which is of course fantastic because June celebrates both. And then especially for me in Sacramento, a lot of times our Juneteenth and our Pride festivals overlap. They didn't this year, but some years they do. So there's this extra tall box that's fabulous. And like I think I mentioned, I got all mini kits, and then I got everything on glossy paper, if that matters to you. So yeah, this kit is amazing. I believe this one is custom to Cafe with Anna. So we've got the flags and a record player and food and this mural, these gorgeous people in the kit. And then I love that there's like a record, like a vinyl pattern in this kit in the blue. So I love these colors. I think they're so, so fun. And then I love, like I said, love this record pattern. So I'm super excited that it's on the date covers as well as on the washi. And then it kind of features in the back of this box as well. And then you get kind of this multifunctional page with like square boxes and scallop labels. Anna has made me realize that I was missing a scallop label. It's been a while since I've seen those in a lot of kits. So I like that she includes those in her kits. And then you have your little things page as well as extra full boxes. I love this balloon banner for Juneteenth. I think that's great. And I'm always looking for book recommendations in kits like these. I believe this art is Nella from Clip Art Kits. It looks like her style. So And then we got the deco, so several flags and stacks of books and the food, which is fantastic. And your like functional sidebar bits if you like a functional sidebar. So yeah, that's the first kit that I got, Black and Proud. You might not see this one in my planner for a while just because June has already passed, but I feel like I'm definitely going to be using this next June. The next kit I have is also exclusive to Anna Shop. This is called Superstar. And this is, of course, Mario themed. So this is going to be another mini kit on glossy paper. This looks like some sort of exclusive character sheet. So there's Mario, Luigi, Toad, Peach, Yoshi. Yoshi's my boy. And then a repeat of Mario. So that'll be really fun to use. And then Superstar is like, you could use it for, you know, just playing the games, or you could use it for going to like Super Nintendo World. I think I'm going to store this. I really would like to go back to Universal Hollywood. I have only been there one time and it was 10 years ago, but I would love to go to the Nintendo section of that park. So you might not see this one in the planner for a while because I have no idea when we're going to do that. We're doing like multiple SoCal trips in the next few months, but they're for like very specific events. So we're not really going to have time to go up to Universal City. Because if you don't know, Universal Hollywood is like not way north, but like it's in the north part or north of Los Angeles. So like when you're doing stuff in like Orange County or like Los Angeles proper, like it's kind of hard to get up there. Plus it takes like a whole day. Anyway. I am going off on a tangent. I love this Yoshi pattern, like this wallet. Like Yoshi is my boy. Yoshi and Monty Mole are my Mario characters of choice. Like literally anyone who's not a human, like I love. But that's my brand. So this is great. And who knows? Maybe I'll just use this for like a week where we play Mario Party because my husband and I, that is like, I feel like the game that we have agreed on that we can play the most together. And then I'll just repurchase it again someday if we do end up going to Nintendo World. I love this Yoshi pattern. I keep saying that. But yeah, I always have like a favorite pattern of a kit, I feel. This is a cute pattern as well. Also because Yoshi is here. But yeah, see why I would want to use it for actually going to the theme park. I just don't... The only time I really ever made time for theme parks is like when I lived literally like next door to Disneyland, because then I didn't have to spend money on like anything other than the ticket. When you have to actually travel to the theme parks, that's like not my type of vacation. I would rather be going a bunch of other places, but that's just me. Oh, this is so cute though. This would be cute for a party too. I play a lot of Mario Kart, mostly with my family. I'm really bad at Mario Kart. I'm not good at any video game, let me be clear. And my Mario Kart strategy is always to get bananas and throw them at people. That's my strategy. I'm not good at the game, but I'm not here to win. I'm here to have fun, so it's fine. The deco in this is really cute. I love this. We still have the classic Switch. We don't have the Switch 2. But that's also because my husband has a PS5, so, and also we don't want to repurchase all the games that we already purchased for the Switch. So yeah. I love this. This is so adorable. So yeah, that's Superstar. I'm going off on a lot of tangents, but that's gonna make this haul a little bit longer. So hopefully that's okay. Then I have Sad Season. This is not exclusive to Anna Shop, but this is art by Dinda's Palettes. Oh, I didn't say, but I believe the Superstar art is also by Nella from Clip Art Kits. Each person has a pretty distinctive style who draws their art for the planner community. So kind of easy for me to figure out unless I don't know who the person is in the first place, in which case I don't know who to give credit for. But I know that this one is Dinda. This is Sad Season. I love this cat so much. I think Dinda and I had a conversation about this art when she first posted it though, because in like the advertisement she had put the lilies next to the cat and I was like, oh no, you can't have the lilies next to the cat. She's like, I forgot. So I'll always think of that when I look at this. So the lilies are way over here. The cat is over here looking like he's going to absolutely destroy this tissue box. I think this is so funny. I think I talked about this with Anna when she posted her design for the kit. I think this is hilarious. Luckily, neither of my cats are the type of cat who will like, they don't mess with the toilet paper. They leave it alone. They haven't discovered that it could probably be a lot of fun to unravel all of it. Thank God we'll keep that secret between you and me. I'm not going to tell them. They're both asleep right now, so they didn't hear any of that. But we don't really keep tissue boxes, so they don't do that. But they're pretty good cats. I remember Planner Face also picked up this art, and she put the cat next to the pizza, which I also thought was really funny. But yeah, this one I might not use for a while. I feel like this is like a January, February kit. Although I know this is like meant for like winter seasonal depression. I feel like I low key, I say this like not as a serious diagnosis, but also maybe, I don't know. I get more like seasonal affective issues in the summer for some reason. Let me know if you're like that. But yeah, this last winter especially, we had like heavy fog for like what felt like months on end. And so I feel like I'm gonna need this next winter, especially because apparently we're gonna go into an El Nino weather pattern, which means it might be a bit dark and gloomy for a bit. Love this art though. Love these patterns. This is great. Some ways to get through the winter. If you don't know, if I haven't made this clear, I'm in California, so like I know that I have winter light. Like it doesn't really get that cold here, but it can get to the point where like you haven't seen the sun in what feels like months. So that can be a bit of a bummer. I love this. The like dying roses. Oh, so sad. This cat, he's vibing though. He's like, I'm not sad. I've never been happier. Like he looks like he is up to trouble and we love it. He has the same eye color as my cat. I have two calicos. So I don't have a tuxedo cat, but like he has the same eye color as my younger cat. So, and she kind of looks like this, but she's just different colors. Anyway, so that's sad season. That's really cute. Then I have Snoozy Vibes. This is art by Knish Jess. Another cat lover in the cat community, a fellow calico mom. So yeah, this is not exclusive to Anna's shop, but I mean, I love the way that she laid out this kit as well as Sad Season. So this is Snoozy Vibes. Love this outfit. I already have a lot of like short sleeve sweaters that I like basically got from my mom's D-stash of her closet. So I hesitate to buy more because they are kind of pricey, but like I love this style particularly. The cat, adorable. Biscoff. Biscoff is delicious. One of my favorite, I forget which airline serves Biscoff in the morning, but it's always good with your coffee. This is very cute. I don't always go for like super neutral kits, but like this one really spoke to me. So this is one that I might use in like November, or I might save it for like next year. This guy, very stylish. I want this sweater too. I do like being back in Northern California because I get to wear like big chunky sweaters again, because it's just like that much colder here in the winter that like sweaters are necessary. Whereas when I lived in Southern California, like it would get sort of cold, but like not really. So my sweaters were in storage for a bit, honestly. This is so cute. Oh, the croissant, like, what's that brand? Jellycat, like the plushies. It's kind of what that reminds me of. It's very cute. I can't just say cute anymore. I have to say cute, if you can hear a distinction there. Cozy pajamas and toast, and I don't really love pancakes. I'm more of a waffles person, but like I love pancakes in art and like Animal Crossing. I think this is supposed to be kind of like an ode to Animal Crossing because I think there was an update last year. I have not, speaking of the Nintendo Switch, I have not checked in with my Animal Crossing Island in a while because honestly it needs to be like totally redone if I'm going to keep playing, and I don't feel like doing that. So we left Animal Crossing in like 2022, I think, unfortunately. Okay, and then last but certainly not least, we have this exclusive kit from Cafe with Anna. I believe on the website it was called Tropical Rainforest, but on the actual kit it says El Yunque Rainforest, and oh my god, I love this so much. I got to visit Puerto Rico this past January, and we did go to El Yunque, and this art came out like a couple months after that. So I wish I had it then. However, I was already picking between like 3 different kits for that week because it was the Stranger Things finale, which I used Cafe with Anna's kit for. I had a Puerto Rico kit, like a beach themed one. And then if I had had this one at the time too, I would have been like, I honestly don't know what to use. So this might go into storage for a little while, or I might just end up using it because I love it so much and like I'll just purchase it again at a later date. Don't know when we'll go back to Puerto Rico again. I would love to go back, especially to like the rainforest, but there's a lot of other trips I want to do too. So yeah, I don't know, but this is great because I mean, there's really well-drawn people in here. I believe, again, this is Nella from Clip Art Kits. This is, if you haven't been to El Yunque, this is pretty representative of it. These are not the animals that I saw there other than the frogs. But other than that, like, this is the scenery. So if you like this, you should plan a tour. I do remember seeing a guy with a macaw when we were in San Juan. So that was kind of funny. I have a camera that looks like this. I love this cat. This, I guess it would be a jaguar if this is supposed to be like Central or South American inspired. That just reminds me of having to explain to, so my first year out of college, I was just renting a room in a house in a town where there's a lot of graduate students because there's a big university. And I had to explain to my Italian international student roommate what the difference between like a cougar, a mountain lion, and a puma are. There's really not a difference. And I had to explain like, yeah, in California, we mostly call them mountain lions. Sometimes we call them cougars. Puma is more like a South American term. Either way, if you see a big lion-looking cat in a tree, like you need to like scare it somehow. That's the reality of California. Let me know if you have mountain lions where you are and what you call them there. But yeah, anyway, I believe this should be a jaguar because we don't have leopards in the Americas, I believe. I think that's like an Asia, Africa thing, right? Anyway, he's so cute. I love that he's like taking a water break, but obviously if I saw him in real life, I would cry. We have the sloth, very cute. I'm a big animal nerd, if you don't know, so like I will go on at length about animals. I love the colors in this. This is great. Love this pattern. Oh, we have a toucan. So we didn't see toucans in Puerto Rico, but I don't think Puerto Rico has any native land mammals. I think their only mammal that is native is the bat. Yeah, there's cats and dogs running around everywhere, but obviously those are not native. So didn't see a toucan either, but they have a little tiny bird called the tody that's like white and green and red. It's very cute, very pretty. And we saw one of those in the rainforest on our tour, which was fantastic. The tour guide pointed it out. Love this pattern. This is great. Love this. I love a mustard color as well, so that's cute. Love this. I love the color red. This is fantastic. Oh, and then there's the coqui. So I didn't see any coqui, little frogs, in Puerto Rico, but you hear them constantly, which is really funny. So didn't see one, but definitely heard it. And then didn't see orangutans because they don't live there. But actually the Sacramento Zoo just recently redid their orangutan habitat. So I suppose I could use this if we go to that zoo anytime soon, although I don't know that we will. This is just great. I love this. Obviously, I wish I had this when we went to Puerto Rico, but I will find a way to use it regardless. This deck goes great. No notes. And then we get back to my jaguar friend. Anyway, that's me nerding out about animals for a bit. If you don't like that, this isn't the channel for you. I'm sorry. So yeah, that's gonna do it for my haul. I believe this was my May and June haul. I hope you enjoyed seeing what I've picked up recently. Might be a while that I don't really have anything to haul because I'm on summer break and I'm not getting paid. And also I think I'm gonna do a lot of printables in like August. So it might be a while. I have a couple of things coming up that I don't know exactly what kit I want to use for it, and so I might not pick it until like after the events happen because I want to pick just the right kit for it, and I think I'm leaning towards printable. So anyway, these kits you might not see in my planner for several months, but that doesn't mean I don't love them. It just means that they're in storage because I'm saving them for the perfect week. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you've picked up recently that's cool down below, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.